The Forgotten Isle. The thunderous waves crashed against the splintering hull of the Wanderlust, a research vessel carrying 6 passengers. Dr. Nadia Brooks, a quirky marine biologist with a penchant for bad puns. Finn Gallagher, a rugged wilderness survival expert known for his bravado. Mia Collins, a brilliant computer engineer with a sharp wit. Ryder Brooks, a former Navy SEAL with an unexpected talent for stand-up comedy. Tessa Lee, an adventurous photojournalist, and Professor Harold Finch, an elderly archaeologist whose stories were as old as he was. Lightning split the sky as the storm raged, tearing the ship apart. "Well, this is one way to get my sea legs," Finn shouted over the roar of the wind, just before he was thrown overboard. The others followed suit, flung into the churning, merciless ocean. When consciousness returned, Nadia found herself washed up on a pristine beach, surrounded by lush tropical vegetation. Nearby, her fellow survivors slowly regained consciousness, wet, bruised, but miraculously alive. "Is everyone okay?" Finn called out, scanning the group with his usual bravado. "Just peachy," Tessa replied, brushing sand from her hair. "I always wanted to vacation on a deserted island. Who needs resorts?" As they gathered their bearings, Nadia took stock of their surroundings. The beach was beautiful, but eerily quiet. The palm trees swayed gently in the breeze, and vibrant flowers bloomed in every direction. Yet something felt off. "Let's find shelter," Ryder suggested, his military instincts kicking in. "We need to set up camp before nightfall." Discovering the island. As they explored the island, strange details emerged. The vegetation seemed unusual. Certain plants appeared cultivated rather than wild. Ancient stone markers dotted the landscape, carved with symbols that looked suspiciously like something out of a sci-fi movie. "Are we sure this isn't just some elaborate set for a reality show?" Mia quipped as she examined one of the stones. Professor Finch adjusted his glasses and chuckled. "If it is, I'd like to speak to the producer about my contract." Nadia examined the stones closely. "These aren't natural formations," she muttered. "Someone or something has been here before." That night, around a small campfire made from driftwood and palm fronds, they shared their observations and fears. Each felt an underlying tension. This was no ordinary deserted island. The hidden cave. Finn's survival skills proved crucial as he found a freshwater stream and identified edible plants, ensuring their immediate survival. But Tessa's keen photographic eye caught something else: strange markings near a rocky cliff face. "Looks like we've found our very own Cave of Wonders," she said, snapping pictures enthusiastically. Ryder noticed subtle irregularities in the rock wall. "I think we've got ourselves a hidden entrance," he said, grinning like a kid on Christmas morning. "Great. Let's hope it's not filled with spiders or worse, ex-boyfriends," Mia joked as they pushed through the entrance. Secrets beneath. The cave revealed extraordinary secrets. Ancient technological equipment lined the walls, computers from different eras, communication devices that looked both primitive and advanced. Maps showing strange geographical configurations covered one entire wall. Professor Finch was stunned. "This looks like a research station," he said in awe. "But for what?" Nadia picked up an odd-looking device that resembled a cross between a blender and a walkie-talkie. "Anyone want to make smoothies while we figure this out?" As Mia began examining the computers, they discovered some systems were still operational, barely, but functioning. "Someone wanted these to survive," she said quietly. "Someone planned this." The mysterious signal. As Mia worked to decrypt the old computer systems, she stumbled upon a repeating signal encoded in an absurdly complex algorithm. "It's like trying to solve my grandmother's crossword puzzles," she complained. "Why can't it just be find Waldo?" The signal seemed to be both a warning and an invitation, hinting at something buried deep within the island's core. Days turned into weeks as they faced numerous challenges: tropical storms, limited resources, and growing tensions. Each member's skills became critical to their survival. Finn kept them fed and entertained with his wilderness expertise and terrible dad jokes. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Ryder maintained security while cracking jokes that made even Tessa roll her eyes in laughter. I used to be indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. But something was watching them, something that had been waiting a very long time. The cliffhanger. On the 37th day, as Mia finally cracked the signal's code, the ground beneath them began to tremble. A massive metallic structure, previously hidden, started rising from the island's center. "What is that?" Finn whispered in awe. Before anyone could respond, a holographic message flickered to life above them. An elderly scientist with kind eyes and a weary expression appeared before them. "You've been chosen," he said in an echoing voice. Professor Finch stepped forward, intrigued yet cautious. "Chosen for what?" The hologram explained that the island was a living experiment, a test of human potential, cooperation, and survival. Each of them had been carefully selected not for their individual skills, but for their ability to work together. Humanity's greatest strength, the scientist said, is not found in individual brilliance, but in collective understanding and compassion. Nadia realized the profound truth first. "We survived because we stopped thinking about ourselves as individuals and started seeing ourselves as a team," she said quietly. The hologram smiled warmly at them all before continuing. "Will you work together, or will you fall apart?" Ryder looked around at his companions, no longer strangers, but family forged in survival. "Together," he said firmly. As the island's true nature began to reveal itself around them, the lights pulsing from within the structure, they stood united as 6 individuals who had become something greater than themselves. The deeper meaning, the moral of their journey, wasn't just about survival but about connection. In a world that often celebrates individual achievement, their story proved that true strength comes from understanding and empathy. The hologram began to fade but left them with one final message. Humanity's greatest adventure is not conquering nature or technology, but understanding one another. Finn quipped even in this profound moment. "Well, that's one heck of a team-building exercise." They laughed, a sound of relief and hope, as they prepared for whatever lay ahead together on this mysterious isle.